Skull Sessions with AJ. Live, raw, uncut. Saturday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern.
Got somebody, she is a beauty, very special, really and truly. Take good care of me, like it's her duty. Want you right by my side, night and day. No letting go, no holding back, because you are my lady. When I'm with you, it's all I got. Girl, I'm so glad we made it. No letting go, no holding back. No holding back, no, yeah. When I'm with you, it's all I got. All of that, yeah. They say good things come to an end, but I'm optimistic about being your friend. Though I make you cry, I might do it with Keisha and Nisha, but that was back then. No letting go, no holding back, because you are my lady. When I'm with you, it's all I got. Girl, I'm so glad we made it. No letting go, no holding back. No holding back, no, yeah. When I'm with you, it's all I got. All of that, yeah. Really appreciate you loving me after all that we've been through. Really appreciate you loving me all time. Got somebody, she's a beauty, very special, really and truly. Take good care of me, like it's her duty. Want you right by my side, night and day. No letting go, no holding back, because you are my lady. When I'm with you, it's all I got. Girl, I'm so glad we made it. No letting go, no holding back. No holding back.
All right. Apologies. It seems like music was kind of doing something weird tonight. So I'll have to get that checked out. But welcome to the show, everybody. Late nights. I forgot the name of my own show. I've got the bong pack. Hey, what's up, TJ? Good to see you. What is up? I'm sure you do. And you're welcome to come on. I have actually a special segment that I can invite people on. Come talk to me about whatever you want. Have a couple of topics tonight that I was thinking about all week, and kind of curious about your feedback on it. But yeah, shout out to Paulie Truth. He was the very first person to even comment, to just arrive on the screen. I mean, it was like 3 minutes before. Actually, it might have been a little bit more than that before I even started. And he was there. So, all right then, TJ. Long day, ready to relax. Just crushed a Big Mac, man. So check this out. I went to McDonald's too, right? First of all, we went to the movies, saw Spider Man, It was good. Probably one of the best Spider-Man movies I've seen in a long time. However, pissed me off. The end pissed me off. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it pissed me off. Anyway, so I stopped by McDonald's. Little man wanted a Happy Meal. Daughter didn't really want anything, so I got me their fish sandwich. But I was so excited, I didn't even get a chance to eat it yet. And you can call in, TJ, if you want to. I would love to have you. Polly. Oh, my baby, my God, TJ, locked and loaded. That's right. That is right. Well, thank y'all for joining me tonight. I really appreciate y'all being here, hanging out. On to the topics. Late night skull sessions with AJ. Now I remember my own title. It's crazy. So, topic number 1. Why is appearance so important on a job? Now, I have, as you can see, my afro, I know that there are people that are tatted up, I know the people that have all kind of piercings. And I do know that there are some companies or places that will not hire you because of those things. And I don't think that that's fair if you're qualified. And that's a disclaimer. I'll get more into that in a minute. But yeah, I have strong feelings about that. Next will be, what age is considered old? So, when you were younger and how you were like, oh, this person is 50. You was like, oh man, they old as hell. Now it seems like the bar always moves a little bit down. So I'm curious to know what your thoughts of what is considered old nowadays. All right. And then to end the things off right, I will be asking you guys to come up, call in, tell me how you feel, what's on your mind. If you want to comment on any of the topics that I'm talking about tonight, feel free to do so. You can either do it in the chat, or you can just come up, when it's time to. I'd love to have you. Just so you know, I am streaming this on 2 different platforms. I am streaming it on my channel as well as on Arizona Scorpions channel, just so anybody from the SFL, if they wanted to come and look at it, you have that. Then I have my other friends from my other YouTube channel. So I'm kind of just bringing everybody together. Let's see. TJ. It was gone in like 6 bites. I'm a fatty. Just saw the notification and had to hop on. Well, I'm glad you did. I really appreciate it, man. All right. So let's move on to our first topic of the night. Now, why is appearance so important on a job? Now, I understand, you probably wouldn't want your doctor coming in there, looking like you just stepped off stage at a heavy metal concert. I get that. I understand. But, some companies have their rules so strict that they will overlook somebody that's well qualified just because their hair may be colored, or they, maybe have an afro like mine. Not so fun story. One of the longest jobs that I've ever worked wound up firing me because of my hair. And I know this. I was young. I didn't think to take it any further. But I know this because I told the general manager at that I was going to be cutting my hair up down into an afro. I used to perm it, used to straighten it all the time, just, free flowing. Used to have a nice little ponytails and buns. Okay. And she would laugh. Okay. Hey, sounds fun. That sounds great. Awesome. I'd love to see that. Right. When I do it, I did my big chop where I literally just cut it off. Hey, Skinny, welcome, Skinny. I'm so glad to see you, brother. But so cut it off, and so they saw me the next day, and she was like, "Oh, okay, you did it, right?" Well, yeah, I did it. A week later, she comes to me and says, "Hey, your hair looks fun, and." In the restaurant that I was working, it was classically themed, kind of like, I would say maybe 1930s, 40s kind of feel, Frank Sinatra playing in the background, that kind of thing. Now, mind you, I told her before I was going to cut it, just, hey, that's fine, fantastic. But once I do, now it's a problem. They want to fire me over some BS. Now, I worked there 8 years. They say it was because a customer complained about me, right? But if I worked there 8 years, team lead, had all of these accomplishments, all of a sudden someone complains and then I'm getting fired after you have a conversation with me telling me, oh, your hair looks so fun, but this is a 19, we're kind of a dated restaurant, 1930. So what are you, at the time, of course, I didn't put two and two together. But again, worked for them for 8 years. All of a sudden, I decide to change my hair, and that happens. And so, I do understand that when you're dealing with the public, there's some things that you don't want, or maybe that company doesn't want. Like your doctor, like I was just mentioning, some doctors I know, they still have tats. That doesn't take away from who you are and what your capabilities are. On my other podcast, I want to kind of touch a little bit on that, because one of my friends was like, yeah, well, I want to have an afro, but the company really won't let me. And I'm like, does that impede your ability to do your job? Does having an afro, does having these tattoos, does having a pink streak in my hair really do that? I don't think so. Hey, Doug, what's up? Doug Days in the building. I love you too, Doug. Where's T? I know she's right around the corner. What's up, Christian? I'll be in and out because I'm doing stuff. Hey, I understand. I'm just glad that you made it, man. And I do see some more things going on. I see some more comments I'm going to get to. Appearance, and TJ, appearance is just the first impression, and people tend to lean on that. True. That's true. And I think much like there are other things in our society, I think that that's kind of a double standard, because now you're telling me that, okay, this person is well qualified for this position because, like I was saying, they have a little pink streak in their hair, or they have a nose ring. They can't be hired for that, So that kind of stuff bothered me. But I don't know if any of you had to deal with something like that on your job, or maybe you were let go from a job that wanted you to look a certain way, but since you didn't, they let you go, or they treated you so bad that you wound up leaving. Let's get to some of these comments. You kind of jumping the gun right here, TJ. 30 is starting to get old. I mean, yeah, things start changing, but we're going to talk about that in a minute. And let's see, who is this? Okay. I'd rather have the person who dresses like a bum, but expert in their field. Exactly. So Bill Gates can go around here, walking around here with a flannel shirt and some and jeans on and some tennis shoes, and he's cool. But someone walking around with tattoos, maybe a sleeve or on their neck or something, they can't get hired for their position. I think it should be definitely based on what you know and what you can do. I totally agree with that, TJ. Polly says, the last place I work, they wouldn't allow anyone to have tattoos showing. Some of the regulations and rules that place have were ridiculous. Exactly. And that's my point. Like, if I'm saving lives, if I am feeding someone, if I'm dying, I don't think I would really care that my doctor has a tattoo. I'm just saying. Or that my paramedic that came to save me is tatted up or has nose pierced. Can you save my life? Or a server, because that was another thing. Some restaurants are like, you can't have the tattoos and anything, you have to have makeup on. Some companies make women wear makeup. And I thought that was crazy as hell, because I'm telling you one thing, Ashley's not wearing no makeup. I don't have on any makeup right now. I have very sensitive skin. So I'll be quick to tell anybody, I'm so sorry I won't be able to do it. Doug, I'm at work. T is home. Oh, okay. Hopefully she'll come through. Uh-oh, look at this. Nimbus is in here strong tonight. What's up, Jay? Hey, I'll be in and out. I'm at work, but people wouldn't let me work because of my job. See, that's what I'm talking about. And it's crazy because I'm sure you're qualified for that. Coach, what's up? What's up, Eddie? I was advised to get rid of my braids if I wanted to advance in the company several years ago. And that's my thing. What does your braids, what does your locks, what does any of that have to do with what you know? Unfortunate, Jay, unless it's a safety issue, who cares? As long as it's clean and presentable, I totally agree, TJ. I totally agree. Do the Yankees still not allow their players to have beards? That I'm not sure, but I didn't even know that that was a thing. That's crazy. I mean, is your beard gonna get flying up in your face as you run around the base? That's crazy as hell. Justin reside. What's up, Justin? Thank you for being here, love. I never had those issues at my workplace. Well, you working somewhere really good. Maybe it is where you work. I'm in the southern states. Georgia is where I lived and where I started my career off. In Arizona now things are you know different in Arizona. But back in Georgia, yeah, they that's just the way it was. TJ, a lot of that has to do with catering to older and more white customers. Very true, especially in the restaurant industry. It's so that you don't look threatening. I've even heard that. If you have tattoos or if you got piercings, then you're a threat. If you see somebody with locks or their natural hair, mine grows up. I can't do nothing about it. That's what it is naturally. Just like everyone else can walk around with their natural hair flowing or wavy or curly. Why can't I? I shouldn't have to do that. I got gold teeth. The suit and tie guys higher ups looked at me with a side eye, and I'm too valuable for them to let go. Well, that's my thing. I mean, especially if they hired you already and no, no, your gold teeth does not have anything to do with your work ethic, period. Younger generations don't mind too much about physical looks. Very true. I mean, you got people that are dressed like, with the dressed in anything nowadays. The appearance is not necessarily what they're even focused on, you know. And I think that things, times are have to change. I work for the county, and my hiring class, there was a lady that had maroon colored hair and a little pink streak. I thought it was cool because guess what? She was going to be an accountant for someone. I bet she's great at math. She chose to do her hair like that. Cool. Fantastic. But it's what she knows. Doug, I was denied Chippendales dancers because I'm chubby. Hey, that was wrong. That was wrong, Doug. And let me tell you why. Because there are some women that love chunky guys, right? Just like there's some guys that love chunky women, that love thick women, some vice versa. So they were wrong for not hiring you. And I'll write a letter. I'm sure those braids look tight too. Hell, I know they was. I know they was. Hey, what is up, Sean? Big dog more. Oh man, love it. Thank you for coming, Sean. Another one of my teammates from the Arizona Scorpions. Yeah, they just they care about the likes. I mean, it's true. It's true. Skinny. I don't want to be that guy, but to be honest, it's a race thing. I mean, I cannot deny that. It is. And as much, and I'm sure we're all mature enough to understand and to see things or should be able to see things from each other's perspective, you know. Just like I've been in management, I've done things, I've had to hire people, I've had to fire people, you know. But my thing was, did you look clean, kept cool? If you were clean, because I worked in the service industry for a long time. If you were clean cut, I didn't care if you had locks, you can have an afro, as long as that bad boy tight, as long as you look good, I don't care. As long as you're a good server, that's what I want. And people, honestly, I got some of the best tips of my life when I wore my hair out. Just wore it just straight out. Because I was being myself. I wasn't trying to comb it back, slick it down, do anything else to look like somebody else. I was looking like Ashley. And to that person, well, a few times, to those people, they appreciated it. They appreciated the company for just like letting people be themselves. And that's what you should do at the end of the day. What's up, DV? Uh-oh. Did someone say thick women? That's out of everything that I said, Terrell, that's what you heard? Of course. Sean, thank you, baby. The first lady of the SFL. Listen, I just like, I love dealing with people. Always have, you know, and that's the reason why I do all of this. Christian, but if you're going to work at Hooters, you better have Hooters. I mean, I actually thought about working at Hooters at one point, guys. I did. Problem was, much like Doug, I thought that I was too chunky to do that. I thought I was too thick to be working there because all the girls that I saw had really big, voluptuous breasts. However, they were sticks. And I'm like, I'm nowhere near a stick, and I'm not getting ready to do that just for a job when I can go work somewhere else. So that's what I did. But I agree. I mean, gotta have a little something, I guess. Stupid. Doug, to me, a different hairstyle could be a great icebreaker. I agree. Again, as long as it don't take away from your performance at work. If you got hair hanging over your eye and then you can't see the computer, okay, that might be a problem. You might want to cut a bang or something. That might be. Okay, I get it. But that doesn't make me that I'm not defined by that. I'm defined by what I know. Period. Hey, chubby girls. Oh my God. That's all you hear this whole time. Crazy. Hooters don't represent the hood. Yeah, well, I know, trust me. But yeah, before I move on to my next topic though, yeah, that's just my thing about that whole situation, guys. Like, even if you are a boss, even if you own your own company and you're responsible for a group of people, make sure that they're qualified for the position so you don't have to worry about that. I think looks should be secondary. I think we should have grown as a society by now and be accepting of everybody, Because I hear you, AJ. Hey, if someone at a company tells me to cut my hair, I'm turning in my stuff within that hour. Yeah. Again, you doing your thing, and I know what you do. You know what I'm saying? They should never really say anything to you. As much when you work in, in that industry, you got everybody. You got from all walks of life, from the college, graduate that could not find a job in their field, that spent all this money on student loans, and now can't find your job. Now you got to be a bartender, to kind of make it and push through until you can find it. Or there's somebody that came out of, prison that has to go wash dishes. You know what I mean? That if you're capable of doing the job, you should get it. Period. Eddie, these days companies are more lenient because there's more of an awareness to culture and acceptance. I totally agree. And I think the more time passes, I'm hoping that the better it gets. And then we have to, include everybody. You have to. And as hard as it is in some places for people to stay employed, for companies to keep people, you better start treating your people right, But all right, so moving on to my second topic, and of course, if you guys want to come on when it's that time, you can come on. You can actually talk about anything that we discussed so far. Um, but let me see, 1 second, guys. DJ Woods, what is going on? And yes, I am live. What's up, DJ? DJ, shout out to this man right here. He was one of the ones that actually did some push-ups when I was throwing the interceptions, coach. When I was throwing the interceptions. We had a podcast together. I did an interview with him, and he literally got there and did some push-ups. And I was like, I could not believe it. So big shout out to you, DJ. You didn't have to do it, but I'm happy you did, man. Um, but moving on to the next one. Okay, what age is considered old? So, coach, that was AI's fault. Okay, but whether it's AI's fault or not, we still had to drop down and do what was it that day? 30. So shoot, I'm surprised my arms ain't bigger than what they are. Crazy. All right. So what age is considered old? Old for what? Said DB. So old as in, so when you were younger, and of course it's different generationally, right? Like when I was younger, I thought that when you turned like 60, you were old. You know what I mean? Um, and I'm curious to know, because we're all in different generational groups. What is old? What do you consider old? Now I don't think that way, because you have a lot of older people that look like they're young, like 20, 30 years younger than they really are. So some people are saying that when you hit 30, you don't cross that threshold line, you are officially old. And my 22-year-old says anything above 30 is old. See what I'm saying? So it's different for different people. So it depends on what you view as old, right? Is it because you turned a specific number? Is it because of what you know? DB said mid 40s. Okay, mid 40s. Okay, all right. I used to, like I said, when I was younger, I used to think that 60 was old. Now I'm pushing that up to, I think that 75 is old. Now, I say that with a disclaimer because I actually know some 75-year-olds. I actually work with a lady that's in her 70s, and she looks like she's in her 50s. So that's what I'm saying. It's just so hard to gauge unless you actually talk to them. And then here comes Eddie. I look 30 minus the gray hair that the SFL gave me. I mean, you don't look your age, man. I don't know if you want me to go ahead and say it right now, even though I did announce it when you turned it last year, that like everybody that will listen. But you're right though. You really don't look your age, man. Oh, you are stupid. Hold on, DJ. If your knees pop and sound like a firecracker, then you're well, hell, you can be 30 then and be old. Hell, my knees was popping when I was 30. And yes, he is 50 years old. He does not look like it, though. He really doesn't. Drink a lot of water, a lot of moisturizer. Maybe it's Maybelline. I don't know. Just don't look 50 to me. But yeah, so like to me, like I said, I think like if you're like around 75 or something like that, yeah, I think you're old. Noxzema, not Maybelline, guys. It's Noxzema. Wait, 50? Yeah, DJ, he is 50. He is 50. People swear I'm 24 or 25. Well, aren't you? I could have sworn you were like in your mid 20s. Am I wrong? But it's more so the way you act, DB. You act like you're old. But yeah, so Let's see what time it is. How are we on time? Okay. Oh, just turned 20. Man. Whew. When was the last time I was 20? Shit. That was a long time ago. Long time ago. But enjoy these times, man. Enjoy your 20s. Don't try to be in a hurry. And it's funny, right? Because when you're young, you want to be older, right? You want to be an adult. You're so in a hurry. I want to do things. I want to go out here. I want to be able to party all night, stay up all night. I don't want my parents to come and be telling me what to do. And then when the adulting actually happens, then you're like, oh shit, I wasn't expecting this shit. I gotta pay bills. Wait a minute, I was just picking out my outfit. Like that was the only thing I literally had to worry about every morning and getting something to eat every day. But now I gotta pay bills and now I gotta work. How many? 8 hours? 10? Oh shit. Let me just Nah, I wanna be young again. I wanna be 15 when I have to worry about that shit. I'm about to spam some curse words in this chat. You could do that. You're more than welcome. They won't be displayed, but you're more than welcome, even though it is raw and uncut. If it doesn't make sense, I'm not going to show it. Just so you know. TV. I'm also the grown man. I'm also the grown man body. Yeah. Well, you do look. Like I said, you look more mature than you are. Of what your age says anyway. And you act, like I said, you act old. I'm just Jay Bomber. Some people say I look older than you really are. Well, I mean, hey, that's probably because that coupled with the way you act too. Joe Beasley, what is up, Joe? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, brother. I heard bills and I'm about to leave the line. Bro, I know, man. I know. Hell, I just paid some, like literally before we even started. $180 gone like that. It's crazy. 186 actually, because of course they charged me $6 to take my money. But T the Queen, what's up, baby? Good to see you. When I was in my 20s, I thought 50 was old. Now that I'm close to 60, 90's looking older. That's what I'm saying. It depends on who you are. It depends on where you at on that spectrum too. Like, shit, I know I'm not old. I'm 39. I just turned 39. I know I'm not old. I feel old at times. Sometimes. But I digress. I'm at work right now on duty just to pay bills, man. I'm telling you. I know you'd probably rather be streaming or watching some TV or relaxing, probably out, shooting some pool or something like that. I know. DJ, because I'm short and I have no facial hair. People thought I was a teenager. I ain't gonna lie. When we did our podcast together, when I did your interview, I did think you were like about 17, 18. But that's not a bad thing though. I still get carded and I know damn well I'm old enough, but I still get carded probably because that's company policy and stuff like that. So enjoy those moments. Enjoy looking younger than you are because eventually you'll catch up, I just need to sit down. Yeah, man, but it's crazy. It's crazy. Now I'm gonna open the floor up right now for anybody that wants to come on. I'm going to, forgive me, of course, this whole being executive producer and all of this stuff at the same time is new. So I'm going to put the link in the chat so you guys can come up and talk about whatever you guys want. It can either be the topics for tonight, or if you have something else that you just wanted to talk about with me, feel free to do so. That is the StreamYard link. All you got to do is click on it, put your name in. You can put your camera on or not. It's going to ask you to put a picture there for your avatar. And this is your time to call in. Come and relax with me. Change my banner real quick. All right. DV, they do that to make you feel good. I mean, maybe. But all I know is you wasting my time, bro. Like I got stuff I gotta do. You know I'm old enough. I don't even need that. Some people age Joe Beasley, some people age like bananas in a hot kitchen. Enjoy. That's new. I'm sorry. That was a new one. No, I have to work in the morning. Oh, wait, man. No worries. No worries. If you guys want to come up, you can. If not, it's all good. I'm actually trying to keep this particular show like around like 45 minutes to an hour because I'm just starting, and it's just something new for me to do, come to explore different topics and talk about things that I can't talk about on the other shows. I get carded and I'm 33. Exactly, Joe. I mean, listen, anytime you get carded, yeah, you can feel good about that, as long as you're not stopping me from doing what the heck I got to do. Like if I'm already late to somewhere and I got to bring the liquor, and then you're asking me for my ID and I got to go all dig down in my purse to get this for you. Come on. It's crazy. And now they just scan your ID. They don't even type stuff in there no more. They just scan that bad boy. It's nuts. Um, but yeah, so for those that missed my little rant earlier, I went to the movies. While I'm waiting to see if anybody's gonna come up. I took the children to see Spider-Man. Great, cool. I was apprehensive about going because I'm like, bro, how many times are you gonna remake the same movie? Like, how many times will you continue to do this, right? And it still be interesting. This is actually one of the best Spider-Man movies that I've seen. I would say it's better than the first one to me. Um, Hold on one second. So did you have the Madison and Lincoln in the championship on your bingo card? Actually, DJ Diggy and I did say that it was going to be Madison and Lincoln. Now, that part was cut out of my original show because it was kind of running longer than I needed to. And it was weird because you guys want to plan on Wednesday. My show comes out on Thursday. So I didn't want it to be behind. So I just kind of cut that whole part out. But yeah, we did pick that to happen. Joe Beasley, I flashed this military ID. Damn right. I'm getting a discount. I am all about saving money, especially here on my own, with these children. Listen, saving money is what Ashley is going to do. And, I make a pretty, decent amount, but I just want to be frugal with everything. If I can save it, if I can do it on a discount or something like that, that's exactly what I'm going to do. By the way, the first Spider-Man will always be the best. See, Joe, I don't know. Oh, am I still lagging? Am I still lagging, guys? I was having some issues with my internet earlier. Let me know if I'm still lagging. But yeah, I get it. The first one is supposedly always the best. If you see this Spider-Man movie though, I don't know. I think that you'd be wrong about that. I don't know if you saw it. Did you actually go see the movie, Joe? Because this one was like it drew you in from the first moment. And the way they told the story is fantastic in how they intertwined a whole lot of different stories. And now, okay, well, see, I'm gonna let you watch it. And that's why I'm being very careful. I'm being very careful not to say too much because I don't want to ruin it for you. But the end pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie, end straight pissed me off. but you'll find out why. But yeah, it was really good. It was definitely worth the 40-minute drive I had to take to go to the movies, to take them to the movies. Hobby Brown Air makes it better than the first. Well, I mean, it was definitely different. They did incorporate Miguel theme song plays. It's definitely different from any Spider-Man that I've seen. It was more inclusive, I'll say that. So I appreciated that off the rip. But yeah, it was overall a good movie. I think that when you do go see it, you'll be happy with it. It's just that the end's going to probably piss you off. You're from the crib, so I trust you. Indeed, man. Indeed. I wouldn't, I try my best not to steer you wrong. I have different movie tastes, though. It just depends on my mood. I can go with John Wick, which was amazing. If you guys haven't seen that, please go see it. Amazing. Or I can go, I wanted to see The Blackening, but unfortunately it wasn't playing in the theater that I was going to. So I was like, I'm not getting ready to drive clear across town to go to another one. So no, we're just going to stay here and watch Spider-Man. And I'm glad I did. My daughter went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy and said that I would love it. I might go see it, but I don't know. But yeah, man. So this is how I spend my time. New job. It's been pretty good. Wait, what? Hold the phone. Hold up. Hold the hell up. Did you just say I've never seen a John Wick movie? DJ, I'm gonna need you to go immediately and watch the first one. I don't know where, especially if you're into action movies, you are missing out, brother. You need to definitely go check that. That's one like trilogy, and how many did they make? Like 3 or 4. That's one series that you definitely need to check out from beginning to end, and you'll have an appreciation for it. And you will wonder how many times can the human body be shot, struck, stabbed, dropped off buildings, onto cars, onto the ground, falling down flights of steps. Like you have an appreciation. Even getting shot at point blank range and still miss. Like how? It's like I said, if you're action movie, please, if you're action fan, please go see some John Wick stuff. What movie do you like to watch that would surprise a lot of people? Old school. Well, I love the old school movies like Brown Sugar and Coffee Brown and all that kind of stuff, like the 70s style movies with Pam Grier, I guess you probably wouldn't be surprised about that. But let's see. There was a movie I loved called The Birdcage. That was one of my favorite movies. Let's see. Indiana Jones series. I do love to watch all of the Indiana Jones movies. Adventure fan, love action. Like I said, it just depends on what my mood is for that moment. But yeah, one of my favorite movies was oh my god, it ranges. Like I like mobster movies, I like gangster movies. It just depends on my mood. Hey, what's up, Grant? Rest in peace, Lance Reddick. Indeed. Good to see you, though. Good to see you, though. Joe, mine's is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with my boy. Hey, nothing wrong with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, man. I grew up on the Power Rangers, so and love the pink and yellow ranger. Always thought I wanted to be either one of them. In my mind, that's what I was. I haven't watched a lot of movies since the pandemic. I mean, the pandemic. If you was ever missing out on some movies, that was the perfect time. You had a whole year and some change. Actually, damn near 2 years to catch up on every movie, every TV series, everything, because you was not going nowhere. So I totally understand. Pam Grier is so fine. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Mm-hmm. I still got a I still got the VHS in my. Tell me you don't have a VHS player, bro. Betamax. Tell me you don't have that, man. Tell me you don't have that. Mine is The Incredibles. The Incredibles. Actually, that was pretty good. I like that. That was actually pretty good. DJ The Incredibles was my daughter's favorite movie. See? The pandemic gave me cabin fever, man. I'm telling you, I think a lot more people came out more scathed than they thought, because it's like if you didn't get sick with the actual COVID, you were suffering from something else. You were suffering from depression, from being locked in the house and couldn't go nowhere, and all you saw was those four walls. It was like you were in prison. You were in your own home, but if you stepped outside, you had the fear of getting sick. And to be fearful of getting sick, being fearful of your family getting sick, you spent a lot of time in fear of your own health and the health of your family, being locked in and confined space for a while, for damn near 2 years. That's a lot for humans to that have been so used to being out and congregating and hugging somebody. Like, when was the last time you actually had a hug from somebody, man? Or even felt comfortable enough? Nowadays, you don't really feel comfortable enough to let people in your space. So the COVID thing messed a lot of people up. That pandemic thing messed a lot of people up. And I think um, we got to grow back from that. My parents do. They keep all their old stuff. Did someone say, DB? I see where your mind at. Joe Beasley, hey, I need you to drop that VHS at my house real quick. Make sure you rewind. Be kind and rewind. What's the scariest movie you ever seen? First of all, I really don't like scary. Okay. So if I'm out with somebody, if I'm out with like a boyfriend, or I'm out with my man or whatever, and we are relaxing, I'll go see a scary movie with him, because I feel like he's there to protect me, right? And get my mind off the things that are happening. But when I'm by myself, I'm very leery. I think one of the scary movies, and y'all gonna laugh y'all ass off about this too, and I don't know why it was scary, but it was the Blair Witch Project. Now, I know that was a low budget movie. I know probably somebody took their iPhones, went out in the woods, running around, making all kind of noises and shit. But that shit scared the hell out of me. I thought I was gonna wake up with a pile of rocks at my bedside, and I literally thought that for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? And I'm damn near grown at this point. So I started to watch The Exorcist, and I was like, nope, that's not for me. As soon as I saw old girl raise up, nah, turn it off. It's not for me. Not doing it. Mm-mm. If it's like a scary comedy or like a slasher flick, like I'll watch Freddy Krueger, or I'll watch Jason, Michael Myers, that kind of thing, because it's different. But when you start talking about entities coming to have sex with you when you sleep, or you damn seeing demons and ghosts, like, nah, bro. You've now gone too far. Sanaa Lathan, indeed. She is fine though. She is. On The Grudge. Yeah, listen. The Grudge is pretty bad too. And I kind of watched it on accident. Oh, a good one. 13 Ghosts. That shit scared the hell out of me too. I was actually at my first job, right? And we had this clubhouse. I worked at a skating rink. So we were all just chilling, and I had to work a double shift. I got there at like 8 o'clock in the morning. I think the first shift was like around 10. And then we all got off at 12. And then we didn't have to come back until like around 4, right? So my girl I love her so much. Gail, I hope I see you again sometime soon. But um, or at least hear from you. So we went to Gail's house. It was like about 7 or 8 of us just went to her house because she lived right down the street from the skating rink. So we were over there chilling. She cooking, making sure she was much older than we were, and she was just making sure that she took care of her guests. And she had her little bottle of yak sitting there. We mixed it with her Kool-Aid. She was straight. Cool. They put on 13 Ghosts. And of course, I'm with my colleagues, I'm with my fellow workers. So I don't want to seem like no punk. But when I tell you I wanted to run out that damn door and not finish what that movie, that shit haunted me for 2 weeks. So what I gathered from all this scary movie watching is that I have a 2 week maximum that I'm gonna be thinking about this, scared to go outside, or like apprehensive, going into a dark room, just peeking around the corner first. Yeah, okay, we're good. We're good. It's I don't know. That's why I don't really do it. She's a monster I'm actually scared of. Oh, the original Pet Cemetery. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Oh, and when the little boy came back talking about, I want to play with you. Listen, that boy would have got punted. Do you hear me? Punted 50 yards. I'm not playing with them. No, we're not doing that. Straight punted. You trying to kill me? You deserve it. Now, I thought it was real when I was young too. Yeah, it's for real. For real. Resident Evil video game. When those dogs broke through the windows in the dark, I was alone. I could see you doing that too. You never picked it up again. Woo! Oh man. Yeah, some video games that get you, man, especially when it's in VR. Oh, bro. Can you imagine having that thing over your eyes, Eddie, and actually seeing those dogs like here in your face, bro? You would have shit on yourself. I already know. I don't blame you. Let's see. The old Resident Evil games when you don't know what's in the next room. Yeah, because the way they open the doors up, and when you go in, it's like instantly you don't have no time to run, you don't have no time to do anything, and it scares the hell out of you. And we used to turn the TV all the way up so we can get engulfed in the game. Oh shit. Oh, oh my god, Witch Blair Witch, it took me 2 days to watch the movie. Scared the crap. Thank you, T. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear that somebody else was scarred by that movie too. Because I know it was cheap. I think it only cost them like maybe a couple grand or something like that to even make, but they made millions off that because of the way it was shot, and it was different for the time that it was shot in. Like literally, we could go make a movie with our iPhones right now, and have that same kind of quality as long as it's a good story, and you'd be able to do that. That was crazy. But I believed it when you saw that dude just standing in the corner oh my gosh, like, bro, move. And then it's like you're telling them to do. That's another thing. When you watch scary movies and you're trying to tell the cast what to do, you want them to listen. But I know it's written. I know it's written a certain way. I know that they're acting, but you still want them to make the right decisions. And sometimes these people get on my damn nerves not making the right decisions. Yeah, the skating rink was back in Georgia. Hold on one second. Joe. Yes, it was Cascade Family Skating Rink. And that's where Roll Bounce was shot. That movie with Ti, they were there. I actually was there when Beyonce had her 21st birthday there. And when I tell you that thing was laid, they of course they rented out the entire space. I met so many stars that night. But the ones I remember, I saw Beyonce, but of course she had a whole bunch of people. I saw Michelle. Um, I met Music Soul Child and Jagged Edge. So cool, man. Oh my God. Jagged Edge was really cool. The twins, they were really cool, man. But she had it laid out. I mean, it was like a kind of like a 70s theme skate party. So she had like everything with these rugs that were like super soft, like a shag rug. Like she had shag rugs all over the place and food. It was just crazy, but it was an honor just to be able to just witness that and see them all skating around and having a good time. It was nice. Let's see. Grant Hardaway, me too. Arizona. My brother and his homeboys used to play that game in the dark. Man, and okay. You know the crazy thing about playing games in the dark or watching movies in the dark that you can hook up your surround sound system. So my dad, the first time I watched, which I didn't tell you guys, but when I did watch The Exorcist for the short stint, my dad had the surround systems on and the surround system on, but we had these huge ass speakers. Like the speakers, y'all know how short I am. I'm like 5'2". That speaker was damn near to my rib cage. It was freaking tall and it was big and it was bulky. When you turn the movies on and that shit comes out that damn stereo, oh my God. It literally feels, you could feel everything. And she did some kind of growl. I will never forget it. It was some kind of growl. And you kind of felt that energy, like that vibration coming through those speakers. And then I was like, no. And I ran out the room. Done. Can't do it. Oh, wait. Children of the Corn had me checking my son's fingernails. That was crazy. Children of the Corn, that was another creepy one. Um, was that Stephen King? Because Stephen King puts out a lot of interesting movies, and he don't mind going any which way with that shit too. I used to be afraid of Chucky when I was young. Oh yes. Oh hell yeah, that damn doll. And then they had the audacity to sell a damn doll in the store. My mom was like, "Hey, you want one? Absolutely not. No thanks. I'm good. I don't need that." Mm-mm. But it's the good guy. You can stay on the show. We're not doing that. I haven't played Resident Evil since. I think you should get into it, Eddie. I think you should. I think you should buy it for your gaming system that you have, and I think you should get back into it. I mean, you're older now. You know what's coming, so you should be able to handle that. And hell, you live in Chicago. I'm sure that don't scare you. Shit. Children of the Corn is another one. Yeah, all them badass kids. which, which they were. All of them was badass kids. I won't watch BWP to this day. Forgive me, what's BWP? Ashley being a punter in the SFL. Listen, if I got this little munchkin boy that then came back from the dead talking with a scalpel, going around slicing Achilles tendons, oh no, yeah, we're not going there. No, you're getting punted. I'm going to do my best to punch you out as far away from me as possible. ATL was shot there at Cascade too. Yes, sure was. That's why I never watch scary movies. People be so stupid. And it's funny because they make horrible decisions, right? But it's so funny, like you're like, okay, don't go in that room. Hey, what's over there? That noise. Let's go investigate. See, right there, that's a fool. Don't do it. Let's split up, guys. Don't split up. That's the first thing people want to do is split up. We can get things done faster. No, you can stay alive. You can stay alive longer if you stay together. If they put me in a scary movie, I am going to be it ain't gonna be a scary movie. It's gonna be a scary commercial. You know, and I think that's what the blackening was supposed to be about. I wanted to see that, you know, how black people would act in a horror movie, specifically. I wanted to see it so bad, but it's hard getting tickets out here for that and where I want to go. You know, I'm not trying to drive an hour to go see that movie. Well, even though I almost did today, it was almost an hour today. But like hell, the way my gas is set up, only celebrity I saw was Tyrese, and it was the first premiere of Fast Seven. Nice. Did you actually say something to him? Did you like meet and greet with him? My aunt took a picture with Ludacris while shopping at the store. Fantastic. Ludacris is actually cool. He came to our restaurant. I'm working it as a server, by the way. You get the chance to meet a lot of stars depending on which restaurant you work at. And I just happened to work at some very nice, not necessarily high end, but you're gonna pay about $40 for your steak, and that only includes like one side. So you go, you know what I mean. But this particular restaurant was where most of the stars came because it was kind of secluded where it was. Actually, Damon and Eddie, when they first came up to Atlanta for the convention, they actually came and saw me at that place. And it's a like seafood raw bar steakhouse, but they played sports. So it was like they dedicated everything to sports. So it was like a sports bar, but it was kind of like where you can go get a nice steak and spend like half your paycheck there very easily. But yeah, I met a lot of people like Ludacris, um, Vivica Fox, Akon, Floyd Mayweather. I actually waited on Floyd Mayweather. He was actually very cool. Um, Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman tried to hit on me, y'all. Dead ass. Dead ass serious. He tried to hit on me. And I was like, I'm married. Thanks. At the time I was. And he said, "Oh, you sure are beautiful." Well, thank you so much, Mr. Freeman. I really appreciate that. You know. Jill Scott, one of my favorite people to actually to have met. Um, and then like Matt Ryan. Um, it's just been a whole bunch of people, like sports, you know, people that came through to the restaurant ordering stuff, takeout or whatever, and I just happened to be there at the moment. It was pretty cool. Um, my first scary movie was Rosemary's Baby. Yeah, that is actually somebody to steal your child is that's a horror movie in itself. Blair Witch Project. Let's see. Aw. So the blackening was hilarious, but it's no longer in theaters. I mean, well, hell, how long? I felt like it just came out, and then now it's not in theaters. It's crazy. Well, I guess I'll be saving that $45 then. Well, let me get this 4 hour sleep. Good night, DJ. Thank you for hanging out. I'm actually getting ready to end this myself in a little bit. I'm just going to go through the rest of the comments, see if anybody wanted to say something else before I let y'all go. I'm actually cousins with Charlemagne the God. Really? Really, Jay? Really? Well, you should tell him to come join us then. Future mom, go to my church. Mayweather probably brought 10 security guards with him. Mayweather, yes. Sorry about the lag, guys. Let me know if I'm still lagging. Mayweather probably brought 10 security guards with him. Mayweather brought an entire posse with him. I would say it wasn't 10 that I counted. Maybe it was some people that was in plain clothes. But I know that man had that book bag that they say he carried around. That man had that book bag with him. So, and that's like he came in like towards like the last table of the evening, so that nobody. I mean, you don't want people all in your grill, especially if you got that much money on you right there. And it took up like half of the restaurant. You know, two people working on him, making sure he was happy and stuff like that. Left us a really, really, really nice tip. I think we had like 300 apiece. Um, but it was kind of surreal just seeing him there, and I accidentally stepped on his shoe. I was like, bro, I'm so sorry. And I was like, man, I was, damn boxer. Like, I don't want him to have a flashback and then, I got a bob and weave and shit. I don't think I'm that fast. But he was like, that's all right, mom. I was like, okay. Um, I forgot who he had with him, but I know at the other spot, that was one spot. And then at the other spot, saw Drake. Well, yeah, I've seen Drake, and then I've met Dave Chappelle. So it was cool. All these people are very cool. They just people. They put on their pants one way, the same way we do. They just got a little bit more money in their accounts. That's all. That's literally the only difference. But yes, it is 9:04. It has officially been an hour. I want to thank all of you for coming to hang out with me. It was more people this time, so I really appreciate everybody for stopping by. I plan to do this show every Saturday. I mean, unless something comes up, sometimes life happens. I'll make sure that if I don't do the show, you'll know, and if I do the show, you will know. But if you have any show topics that you'd want me to discuss, or anything that you want me to talk about, just feel free to drop it in my chat for my Striker Nights /Skull Sessions Discord page. I'll be on next week. Okay, please, you can come on anytime you want to. I've never been the type that'll hold anybody back from coming on or saying what they need to say. That's why I decided to do like raw and uncut, because a lot of times when I'm doing my other podcasts, people are very careful about what they say because they have to be, But on this one, you can just be yourself. The only thing I will ask you is don't use the slurs, just don't use the slurs, and we all good. I can take the cussing, I can take the sexual stuff. But the slurs, we can't have that. You know what I'm saying? So, but thank you all again for taking time out of your Saturday, hanging out with me. I can't wait to have another show for y'all next Saturday. And I'll be seeing y'all then, all right? Bye, y'all. Wait. Okay. Yes. So wait, yes. On my podcast, I can have intro songs with curse words. Yes. However, I know the type of music that you're talking about, and like, for instance, when I played Paulie's Cut, right? It had, a couple words in there. The stuff that you play is straight trap music. Like, it's straight hood. And I'm like, bro, how that's why I did something else entirely. Because, anybody be like, oh my God, that offended me. You already been there. We've done this before. Since you do label your shows 18 and over, and you do have your warning labels there, I would just make sure that you warn people as much as you can. Your problem though was the videos, and then some of those songs that you like to play actually had some of those shows that you actually had videos to them that showed what was going on. And you can't do that, bro. You can't do that. You can't do that. But Christian, I'll download to re-listen to the whole show. Cool, man. Let me know. Oh, Lord, he's gonna sit here and argue with me. And that's what you're not even on the show and you still find a way to argue with me. You can try it if you want to, But you know, somebody coming talking about, oh my gosh, it offended me. You know, they see the disclaimers, and I will let them know that hey, disclaimers was there. You chose to watch it. This is the ownership that you have to take as a listener. If you choose to participate and listen to a particular show, and you know that it's geared towards adult themes, if you know that it's real, raw, and uncut, if you know that there's certain things that may be said, may be done on the show, you know, and you choose to watch it, then you're just assuming that risk. You know, that's why people make the disclaimers, you know. I'll take the videos out and keep the songs. Oh, Jesus. Let's talk about this a little bit later because I know how you are, and I already know what the first thing you're getting ready to start playing. No video, it's just audio. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. That's all I can say. But all right, y'all. Thank you so much for, like I said, hanging out. Again, y'all got some suggestions, anything y'all want me to talk about, anything y'all want to be on the next show. If you want to be on the next show, please hit me up. I'd love to have you on, and respect to you too. But until then, y'all have a fantastic night, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye. Next episode sounds like it might be about music, maybe. Bye, y'all.
Late Night Skull Sessions with AJ. Live, raw, uncut. Saturday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern.